Good afternoon and welcome to Waypoint Connect as we get together and have a coffee. I hope you're ready with your coffee. We had ours just now, and it's my pleasure to welcome you all to our podcast for this afternoon.
Thanks for having me. Thanks.
Yul, I'm going to ask you to introduce yourself in a second, but before we do that, I just want to thank our sponsors for this week. Our first sponsor is Perry Energy. If losing electricity makes you feel as if you are powerless, reach out to Perry Energy to take back what is yours. For all your battery backup and solar PV solutions, they have a solution that will suit your budget. Find them on Facebook or via their website, www.perryenergy.co.za, and their newest addition is a locally developed battery backup that will run your fiber and Wi-Fi during load shedding. Yul, welcome, and tell us a bit about Yul, who Yul is, where you're from.
Thanks, Dirk. I'm from Port Elizabeth. Excuse me. I run a car business here in PE, dynamic cars in Cotswold, I belong to Waypoint Church. I'm with you guys, otherwise we just live life to the fullest.
Yul, it's such a privilege to talk to you this afternoon and have you share a bit about your journey, because we've known each other for a long time. We've done business together. I've bought cars from you, sold cars by you. But what we want to talk about is how you changed. And I was blown away by the photo that you shared.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe, because we met kind of within that journey of you transforming your life. But wow, what a transformation. And what would you say, what started this process for you?
Dirk, you know what, you know a lot about my past. Obviously back in the world, I didn't worry about my fitness and everything. I've been clean now for 5 years and 4 months of substance abuse. That's not the topic today, but just for the record. 5 years, 4 months ago, I decided, that I'm gonna start living a healthy lifestyle. So I would go to my wife Noreen, and I would say to her, "Baby, I'm gonna walk around the block," and I would get home, and it would be 500 meters, sometimes a kilometer, and I would go, "Woohoo! This was great." And she would motivate me and support me and everything and say, "Well done, keep going." And 5 years back, I was weighing 133. I'm 94 now. That's close to 40. Or is it 40? I'm not going to do maths now.
That's 40.
That's 40, yes. So it's a how can I say, it's a gradual process in progress. It took time, a lot of time to get there. So the 500 meters, kilometer became 2, 3, 4, 5, and I would get home and I would say to my wife, I just want to do this 5 kilometer park run. And where I am today, is that I'm doing an average of about 200 kilometers per month, which means I must change my tackies every 4 months.
I was going to ask you about that just now.
Because you do about 800 on your tackies, So it's an awesome lifestyle, and then the support of the group that we started as well a year ago in lockdown, or just after lockdown, in May. I think that put the cherry on the cake.
Is it?
Because we just decided one day we're going to do a 21. I can't remember who the one was that instigated, but it was myself and Leanne, it was Noreen, it was Mandy, and it was another lady, Asanda. So we were 5, and we were just running the day at the beach, and I think I said, "Hey guys, we must do a 21." And they said, "Yeah, but let's do it." So we did this, I think it was the virtual comrades.
Okay.
and yes, we all sort of finished together, and it took just under 3 hours. And this is now last year in May. This year, about 2-3 weeks ago, we did the virtual again, and my time was, if I must brag, 2 hours and 12 minutes versus 2 hours and 53 minutes then. So it's big,
Yeah,
it's
because
big.
that year that went past, that's in time on your performance a big difference. But that difference was built up by committing to this new lifestyle of yours for another year.
Yeah.
And you reap the rewards of that commitment to that plan.
Yes. Yeah, look, it's a lot of discipline, and also is you need people in the group to be committed with you and have that same discipline and perseverance, because it's not easy in the beginning. You have to get up 4:30 in the morning to be wherever the venue is, 5 o'clock, to go run for an hour, because our training in the week now is not 3 or 4 kilometers anymore. It's now, like yesterday we did a 9 kilometer. This morning we did 7.5. So now it's like, what are we going to do today? Well, let's do a 7. Let's do a 9.
Yeah.
So, for us, that's not, how can I say, professional athletes. That's big. And it motivates us. And the nice thing about running together as a group is that we share a lot. So, we share on the spiritual side, we support one another, we know each other, and at this stage, it's working out nicely. Our group is called Run for the Sun, okay, and Sun. So there's about, I would say, 30 people on the group, and not everyone is active every day. But if we, let's say, rotate the weekends, like every second Saturday, you would see everyone. So there's always, like, sometimes there's 20 people. So, like this morning we had 7 people running. Obviously every morning, and I must say thank you to my special friend Bernadette, we're there every morning, 5 o'clock, so it would be the 2 of us, plus maybe 1 or 2 people, and we're trying to get the guys to run every single morning.
Yeah.
And it's, and we're all seeing the results, we're feeling better, and it's just, if you're going to ask me today, Joel, do you want to braai or do you want to run? Honestly, I'm going to say to you, I want to run. That's what I love doing.
And when did this become true for you? How long ago?
Obviously, I've seen results in losing weight, but the nice thing is I would say it really became easier about 6 months ago.
Okay.
When we decided to add to our distance in the mornings.
Yeah.
And then it's just it's like a walk in the park.
Yeah. No, that's awesome, Joel. So what I pick up from what you're sharing is you as the individual need to make a decision, you need to make a choice. It's not going to happen by itself.
Yeah.
It takes focus, dedication, time and effort. But then also part of your success is then connecting with like-minded people that are pursuing the same goals, because that helps to keep you motivated and stay this course, because it's going to be challenging.
Yeah.
And in terms of your group, is your group closed? Is it open to other people?
No, it's definitely open to other people, and we all add people, we invite people, and then now and then the group is very busy because we're spiritual, and we would leave messages and motivate each other, and then you'll have the odd person exiting the group because the group is too busy. But we also warn them before the time, and we say there's a mute button, mute, and then you don't have to read everything. If you plan in running in 2 weeks, then go onto the group, in a week's time or whatever. Yeah. But we really, back in the world, when I did the worldly things and everything, I thought I had friends. Now that I stopped with my bad habits for the last 5 years, and I met these new people, they like real friends, real brothers, real sisters. You know, so
People that you know you can depend on.
any time
And
of the
not
day.
just think that you can depend on it. That's
Yes.
awesome. And you're kind of touching on something that's important, is the spiritual component to all of this. Because just as physically we need to have a plan and work that plan, which is true for our physical lives and our physical bodies, but it's also the same for our spiritual lives as well. And what I love about your interest group is the fact that you guys grow physically, but you also grow spiritually together. There's that component to that. But how would you say, how was your spiritual journey over the past year and a half, and how's that changed for you?
Especially with the running group, my relationship with my Father, well, our God, Father in heaven, is, I believe, is much better, in the sense that I feel that I have grown much more spiritually. And my reason for saying that is you see everyone's got their own relationship with God.
Yeah.
Now, if you run with the people, then you hear their way of communicating and having that personal relationship with God, and you know, everyone's got a special quote or a verse from the Bible. And mine, for instance, is Philippians 4 verse 13. We can do all things through Christ that strengthens us. And that one has got his own. And so we share. And it's not that is the topic all the time. But it's just so nice that you're running with a group of people that's actually loyal, that's sincere. And, you know, that yeah, it's just, it's amazing. It's yeah.
For me, what I've found is that with life, what doesn't grow stagnates, and stagnation is just another name for dying slowly. Yeah. Have you experienced that in your spiritual life as well?
Definitely. And if you can ask me, the reason for that is because of your circle. And that's why I believe, if it wasn't for COVID, let's blame COVID, community, church is very important. You need that because you need that brother. But if you can have that, and secondary, you have this group of fitness lovers that also loves the Lord, you know, it's just going to make life so much easier for you. Because the community of the church can't always be there to reach out. So, and then this is just amazing because you learn to know one another. You spend a lot of time with each other. And you would ask that person, so are you right today? You don't look all right. Talk to me.
Yeah.
You know, and
you've built that kind of relationship.
Because you get an introvert and an extrovert. And the introvert, you're going to ask, but are you okay today? And in that way, we support one another. And where with myself, I'm going to tell you what's wrong.
Yeah.
You know, so and this is the dynamics of the team, or the group that we belong to. Or
you're highlighting that point that Craig Rochelle always make when he says, "Show me your friends, and I'll show you your future."
Yes.
And I think for our kids, it's so important. We as parents see it, we've experienced it, and it's so difficult for us to try and get them to understand that. But it's something we keep on saying over and over and over. The people that you associate with shape the direction that your life is going to take. And I love the fact that you say that church is important, but church not being a building or the thing that we do for an hour, 1 week, 1 day in a week, but the faith community, the people that I connect with, the faith community, that's crucial. And then secondly, you also need people that are moving in the same direction as you within your interest groups to make sure that everything works together and you don't have this I'm trying to do one thing, the faith community is moving me in one direction, and my group of friends is pulling me in another.
Yeah.
Because that's just the recipe for chaos.
Yeah.
But if all three of those move in one direction, it just leads to momentum in your life. And that's what we're physically seeing, and I think what people are experiencing that are connecting with you, the
Yeah.
result of all of that.
Yeah, yeah. And I also want to mention.
I'm not sure I understand.
Sorry, that's Siri.
Okay.
But I hope you understand. Siri doesn't understand, but I hope you understand.
Lekker Dirk. Okay. So yeah, I just want to make it clear that the group is not just for runners.
Mm.
That's why it's called walk and run.
Okay.
Walk/run
Mm.
for the summer. So anyone is they're welcome. So if our pace is a bit faster than theirs, then we will just run circles
Around it.
around it, and it is so. So we stay together, we stick together, you know, we sweepers and we look after one another. So that's the importance of the group is that we do it together, and once we're done, that we say we enjoyed this.
Yeah.
The main thing is to get up in the morning,
Mm.
and it's that decision you must make, and that commitment and the discipline.
Yeah.
And how do they say? What is it? 21 days to form the habit.
Yeah.
Get up 21 days.
And I don't know if it's true for you, but what I've found is the most difficult part
Yeah.
of, let's say, this new journey that you want to start out, the most difficult part is making that decision. It's actually not the getting up in the morning. It's the making the decision of getting up in the morning. Once you've made that decision, once you've looked at what you physically look like and say, I'm not happy with this, I want to change this, and this is the plan that I'm rolling out, and I'm committed to it. Once you make that commitment,
Yeah.
then that getting up in the morning is easier, but it doesn't take away the fact that you need people to support you in this and encourage you and keep you committed to the plan. So if somebody wants to join your group, let's say they're hearing this and they've been prompted, they've been thinking about changing their lifestyle, how do they become part of the group?
Oh, well, it's very simple. I mean, you have my number, and we can just add that person. It's
Yeah.
not as if we need to know him or interview him or anything. We'll just add that person to the group, and they will follow when the next run would be, which is every day.
Start from tomorrow.
It's either 5 o'clock in the morning or 5 o'clock in the evening, and then weekends it's a long run.
Awesome. So use the comment section, reach out to us, and we'll get you connected to Yul, and they'll get you to be part of that group. And Yul, any events that are coming up?
Well, we have what's the date?
The 3rd of July.
3rd of July, the church run, yeah. At
So
Waypoint.
that's the community run,
Community run, yes.
run walk
For the sun.
group, and it's the 3rd of July. It's going to be hosted at the Waypoint Community Center, and COVID regulations will be followed.
Yes.
So we're glad it's an outdoor event, and people are being able to social distance. But we're looking forward to that, having you guys here at the community center and just using what God's given us and enjoy it.
Yes.
You all, thank you very much for being with us this afternoon. It's been great. Thank you for your time. And I'm excited about what you guys are doing. It's absolutely phenomenal, and I'm impressed with the transformation. It's an inspiration for people like me. I'm encouraged by that.
Well, it's good. We're up tomorrow morning at 5 o'clock, so we'll see you there. You live close to Postnet Sunridge Park.
So this is now on camera. I'll see you tomorrow morning, 5 o'clock.
Welcome, Dan.
This interview was actually for me. Marike, you're welcome as well. Marike says she's fine.
Maar ik krijg een reference van 21. Keep that off the camera.
Yo,
Yeah.
I need you to go now before I make any more commitments.
You must know you're talking to a salesperson. Your assumption closed.
Something's gonna happen. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the time with Joel as well. It's been great chatting to you. I just wanted to thank our last sponsor. Our last sponsor is Mrs. Hugo's Corner, and they're a small local business that sells educational products to teachers and parents. Ms. Hugo's Corner also values the importance of creating resources that represent all the kids within South Africa. God loves everyone equally, and they aim to reflect this through their resources. So have a look on their Facebook page, and then they've got some really great resources there. Thank you very much. It's been great. Guys, see you tomorrow morning, 5 o'clock.
Thanks.
But I'll see you.